Yo, what's good? We're back with a new episode of In My House. Today we're talking to Fantom Freq, who's an LA native. He's got releases on Bite This, D&D Records, Space Shot, and many more. He's also big into pushing his local underground scene with his parties and his record label, Thick Freakness. We talk about everything from his lifestyle, his music, and his mindset and what it takes to be an artist in 2025. Make some noise for Fantom Freq. Yo, what is up?
Yeah, what's up?
Joshua, everybody, welcome Fantom Freq.
Hell yeah, brother.
What's happening?
Nothing. Just at home right now. Yeah, like I told you last week. I'm just coming back from a cold. I picked up something, I guess, when I was in Canada last weekend. So I've just been recovering the last week.
Oh damn, is it too cold up here?
No, actually no, it was actually pretty nice, but it was like super rainy when I was in Vancouver.
Oh yeah, it's always rainy there. It's like the rainy city of Canada.
Yeah.
That's where your show was in Vancouver?
Yeah, I was in Vancouver. Yeah, no, that was the first time I was actually in Vancouver. Like it's only my second time in Canada, but yeah, I was surprised. Like it was a really cool city. It reminds me a lot of Seattle though.
Yeah, for sure. It's very similar to Seattle. Like it's kind of like that West Coast, like on the west side of Canada vibe. And it's like coastal. Is Seattle like that too, where it's very rainy?
Yeah, it gets pretty rainy in Seattle too. Yeah.
Yeah, I was living there for 7 months and then I couldn't do it. Like during the winter, it was like December, January, February. It was like cloudy pretty much every day, and I was like, I can't use I need the sun, you know?
Yeah, for sure, man. I feel like I hear that from a lot of people that like end up going to like moving to Seattle from somewhere else. They're like, damn, dude, it's like way too depressing here. Like it's always fucking rainy and cloudy.
Yeah, you gotta be like, you need a special kind of mind to be built for that, but
Yeah.
I'm not built for that. I wake up and like the weather determines like, a lot of like how I feel, like, no matter like how mentally strong I am, I need like, my natural rhythm needs like
Yeah.
sun in the morning.
Sun, yeah, that vitamin D. Yeah.
Yeah, I was like living with my roommate out in Vancouver, and like I would wake up at like 8, 9 a.m. and there would already be like kitchen lights on. I'm like, what the fuck? I'm like,
Yeah.
I don't see artificial light when I wake up, because your mind, like body automatically wants to see the sun, right?
Yeah. Yeah, no, I mean that's why it's super important for me, like having a routine too. Like I try to get out in the sun almost first thing in the morning because I sleep with like blackout curtains because I'm very photosensitive. So like I basically have like zero light in my room, and like if I get
Oh, nice.
if I get any sunlight in the room, like I'll wake up almost immediately. So I try to get like a minimum 7 hours of sleep, and if I get any
Oh,
sunlight,
wow.
if I get any sunlight, I'm fucked. Like
I feel like I'm like that too. Like
yeah,
I need it blacked out, like, or else that's why I can't stay up late. Because if I stay up till like 3, 4 a.m. now, like I don't party anymore as
yeah.
much as I used to. But like if I see the sun coming up, it's very hard for me to fall asleep.
Yeah. So how do you balance that with like playing shows at night and then like your normal routine?
I carry like melatonin, magnesium with me to try to like, not, sometimes it doesn't even work. Like,
Yeah.
I was in Asia last month and I played in Myanmar, like it's a country beside Thailand. And then I finished the club like at 3 a.m.
Mhm.
and I couldn't fall asleep till like 7,
Damn.
like for no reason, like took melatonin, took, magnesium. I
Yeah.
was like, what's going on here? So I had to like listen to some sleep music and just like, I wasn't even thinking, but I
Yeah.
couldn't fall asleep. So
It's probably like adrenaline, like post show adrenaline or something like that.
yeah, I've noticed that too, because I play like pretty high energy music.
Yeah.
So when I go back to the hotel and I'm like relaxed and I'm like, I feel like a part of my brain is still going,
Yeah. Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
Like sometimes because I whenever I play like shows super late, because like we run like an after hours here in LA, and sometimes I play all the way until like 5 a.m. So like I'm there right before the sun comes up. So I get home again, like I just like make sure like my entire room's blacked out and I can sleep, all the way until like noon or something, but I have to have the room blacked out. Otherwise I'm screwed.
Word. So if you're traveling for shows, do you carry like an eye mask or anything like that?
I've tried eye masks in the past. I just never like I tend to move a lot in my sleep, so I'll just like knock it off like in my sleep.
Oh yeah, that's how I have to.
So I just
I
I just like sleep with like pillows or like blankets over my eyes. So it's like it's
yeah,
basically
yeah.
I can't force. Yeah.
Yeah, I feel you on that. I tried IMAX too, and yeah, exactly. Like I have to be like in my maximum comfort to fall asleep, or else it's
Yeah.
like I just have to take it off, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, for sure. Um, yeah, you were saying you like run an underground rave in LA?
Yeah, so we've been doing like a monthly after hours with the label. Uh
Nice.
so yeah, like pretty much it's either Friday or Saturday that we do it with this group. They're called After Midnight, but they run parties there um and like these random warehouses. Like it always tends to move around. Like we don't have our after hours at any specific spot. Each month it tends to kind of just like shift around. And I think they do that just because they don't want to burn a spot, say like if cops come through or some other stuff happens.
Yeah,
Um
real underground rave.
yeah, like super underground. Yeah, yeah, for sure. But yeah, it's been going good. Like we do it every month. Typically we get a lot of like local guys that are on the label to play. And yeah, it's just been building month by month. So yeah, so like a lot of guys on the label. So typically we stick to like, a lot of like bass house, speed house, garage, a little bit of 140. Yeah, that kind of stuff.
Nice. Yeah, you guys got a signature sound. Like, tell everybody what your label is.
It's Stick Freakness. So, it's spelled THICCFREQNESS, and I named it after one of my favorite Black Keys albums because I'm a big fan of the Black Keys and just like
Oh, nice. Yeah, yeah.
I just like rock music in general. But yeah, I made the shift to electronic music a long time ago. So yeah.
Were you in a band when growing up?
No, I wasn't in a band. Like I taught myself guitar growing up. I was like super huge into like blues music. So yeah, I always kind of
Oh, blue. Damn, crazy. Did you watch the movie Sinners?
I did watch Movie Sinners. Yeah.
That's a
Yeah,
movie, man.
I'm really big into like horror and like gothic stuff. As you can see back here, very like very
Yeah, yeah,
very on brand. Yeah.
yeah. We'll talk about that too. Like, I want to know, like, what's your favorite horror movie?
My favorite horror movie of all time is The Thing 1982.
Oh, damn,
Yeah.
classic.
Have you ever seen it?
Yeah, yeah. A long time ago.
Yeah.
This is when I was like a kid.
Yeah, John Carpenter, man. It's like one of his most like underrated movies, but it's by far like the best movie.
Word.
Yeah.
I have this thing with horror movies, and I want to know your opinion on it. If you feel the same, or if you know people like this too, because I watch horror movies and I find them entertaining, but I don't get scared of them.
Yeah.
Um, but the reason why I don't watch them so much is when I watch horror movies, even though I'm not scared and I go to sleep, it somehow pops up in my dreams.
Yeah.
Like it gets into my subconscious and then it shows up in my dreams. And that's why I try not to watch them all the time.
Yeah.
Does that happen to you ever?
No, I mean, I'm kind of the same way. Like when I watch horror movies, I don't really get scared of them. I kind of like pick them apart and like analyze them. And like
Yeah.
some of those like jump scare kind of horror movies are kind of just like cheesy to me. But like
Yeah.
the ones I really kind of gravitate towards are more like psychological horror.
Yeah.
The ones that kind of like make you think a lot.
Yeah, like the mind fuck ones.
Yeah,
And you're like,
that's the
"Hey," you're like, damn.
that's the kind of stuff I really like. But yeah, no, I mean, I've never really had it where like a movie like jumped into my dream or like I had a nightmare. I mean, that's since I was like probably like a kid. But like for a very long time, I actually had sleep paralysis. So like I from like the age of like 18 all the way through like 30, I would say like 32. I was getting like sleep paralysis at minimum like once a month.
Oh my god.
Yeah. Have you ever had sleep paralysis?
No, I've never had it. Describe it for me. And I know what it is, but I've never experienced it.
Yeah, so the best way I could describe it is it feels like something's like sitting like you're laying in your bed, you can't move, but you're conscious. So like you can see everything in the room, but you can't move. So basically you're actually paralyzed. And I think that's just like it's like a psychological thing. Like your brain does that so that you don't end up like sleepwalking and stuff, basically. But
Damn.
you're basically awake while your body is being asleep, and it feels like something's sitting on top of your chest because you're paralyzed. And it's I've had separate different instances of it. Sometimes I like hear voices in the room. Other times I've seen like shadowy figures. Like it gets crazy, man. It gets crazy.
Damn.
Yeah.
I wonder what the science is behind that, or maybe there is no science. And it's like
I'm sure there is science behind it because I when I was a kid, I actually slept walk a little bit, like maybe for a couple of years. And I grew out of that, and I ended up going into sleep paralysis, and I had that for like over a decade, which kind of sucked.
and now it's completely gone.
Yeah, it's completely gone. I haven't had it for years.
Damn. I wonder what changed.
Yeah, I don't know. I really don't know.
Do you party a lot right now or no?
No, not really. I mean, I go through like stretches of just like full sobriety. Like earlier this year, I went from like January all the way through May because my birthday's in June. But then like I really didn't go like super crazy. Like I drank for my birthday, like most of June, and then like I kind of just like eased back off again,
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, I felt like the reason I asked because I felt like in my hardcore raving days, I would have nightmares all the time.
Oh yeah.
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 Maybe it was like maybe it's like chemically induced or something,
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. Cause yeah, that's when I was like partying a lot, raving a lot, like every weekend, and then I would have nightmares and night terrors like
Yeah.
every week. Damn. All right. Well, yeah. Let's get back into some music. How long have you been doing this label for?
The label since 2021, so like I was like right at the tail end when COVID basically finished.
Nice.
Yeah.
I feel like that's the same time I kind of started my label too. It felt like the thing to do at that time,
Yeah.
It's like we weren't playing shows. I was like, man, but people are still producing dope music.
Yeah.
Let's just do a label.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, the way that mine started was because like me and my buddy Eric, we always write a lot of music, and it's always easy for us to like if you just sit down together, we'll just like write something. And during COVID, we basically had nothing else better to do, so we were just writing a fuck ton. But we ended up writing like all these sorts of different genres, like bass house, tech house. We're writing drum and bass. We're writing garage. We're writing like all these really random genres. And then he like he like joked about it. He's like, dude, we basically have an album here. And I was like, I don't know, man. Like, I don't think anybody's gonna pick this up. Like, it's so weird and eclectic, and like it's all over the place. Like, I don't think
Yeah, it doesn't have like one story kind of thing.
yeah, I was like, I mean, it kind of has like it has our signature style, but at the same time, it's like I don't think anybody's gonna pick this up. And then I thought about it, like, because at the time, one of my roommates, he works for a distributor, and I just asked him, I was like, "Yo, so how difficult would it be to start a label?" And he's like, "Actually, not difficult at all. You just got to give me your info, and I can just get you started." I was like, "Oh, okay then." And so then I was just like, "Fuck it, why don't we just release this as an album ourselves?" And that just kind
Yeah,
of
there you go.
and then it kind of just spiraled out of that.
Nice.
Yeah.
And you guys release pretty frequently, right?
Yeah. Yeah. So
Nice, like weekly,
no, like twice a month.
twice a month. Okay, cool. I think that's a good pace.
Yeah. Yeah, because I think otherwise I would just get overwhelmed and it would get super saturated.
Yeah.
Yeah.
From personal experience, I'm telling you, like, yeah, like, I was doing weekly for like 3 years, and I was like, damn, we gotta, slow down because I feel like sometimes it's just too much.
Yeah. Because I mean, you kind of have to have the music give it a little bit of time to breathe and like let people.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
I think we were getting so many demos too that I just like kind of got into the habit of like, okay, we need to release these right away, or whatever. And then
Yeah.
it wasn't until like when I switched over to actually no, like in like a year in, I started doing like more compilations. I'm like, hey, if these are like newer tracks, I'll just fit these into a compilation instead of doing everything as a single. That way, I'm not like super backed up on all these tracks that need to come out. Right? Have you guys done compilations?
Yeah, I mean, we do a couple every year. We do like one for the anniversary, which is in June, and then we always do a Halloween one, and then throughout the year we do a couple of other ones. Like I always do like a newcomer compilation, so like people that are brand new to the label, like that's how they get introduced. Yeah.
Do you find it's easy to discover a lot of new artists, and are they all usually from the States?
I think it's actually pretty easy to find new artists. A lot of times I find them just through other people. Sometimes I even meet him in person, like, at shows and stuff. And then like the people that, from are around the world, like if I've never met them in person, usually they reach out to me and like, I'm just like, oh, I really fuck with this sound. Like, yeah, I'll take it,
Yeah, that's cool, man.
Yeah.
And then do you structure your shows to specifically cater to artists on the label, or do you like bring in other artists as well for the shows?
For the most part, it's usually just artists on the label. Every once in a while, I'll bring in somebody else outside of the label. Yeah.
Nice. Have you had any big guests yet?
We had Duckworth back in February.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, he came in from the UK. Um, and then we just had him play one of the after hours, and that was super packed. Like, even though like he didn't want us to put his name on the flyer, it ended up being like a pretty much like a packed out room.
Word.
Yeah.
Yeah, I seen like every time I see your post, like I'm like, damn, this looks like a vibe.
Yeah. No, it's cool. Yeah, it's a really cool vibe. And like we've never had any issues. Like the guys who run the event pretty much have it like pretty much on lock. They run it from like Thursday all the way through Sunday. And I'm just like one of the promoters that helps them fill it out like once a month,
Oh wow.
Yeah.
Is it busy like every one of those days?
As far as I know, yeah.
Damn, LA's got a good scene.
Yeah.
LA's got the best scene, I think.
Yeah. I mean, it's a mixed bag. I mean, because we do have a lot of after hours here.
Yeah.
Most of the big clubs are basically they're pretty much all owned by Insomniac, with the exception of probably Sound, which is honestly kind of my favorite club. And
that's where Space Shot is.
Yeah,
right.
Yeah, that's where Space Out used to be. But yeah, that's not a knock. That's not a knock on any of the other big clubs by any means. But yeah, I think Sound is definitely my favorite club here.
Yeah, for sure. I remember when I went there, I think this was like 2019, and I was like, damn, this is like a vibe. And it sounded really good in there too.
Yeah,
That's when they still had Space Shot there, I guess.
yeah.
Did Space Shot move to somewhere else, or
They don't have like a regular spot anymore. They kind of just like jump around and just do wherever they want.
Pop-ups?
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Nice. Have you played a lot of venues over the years? And you played a lot of festivals too.
Yeah.
You played a lot of Insomniac festivals.
Yeah. So I played EDC twice. That was
Nice.
2018 and 2022, I think. And then
Tell us about that. It's
dude,
a big team, man, bro.
yeah, EDC is sick. It's basically like a city in itself. Like just by the mass scale of just like all the stages and like the amount of people that show up in there, it's massive.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like I tell people that haven't been, I'm like, there's no video or photo that's gonna be able to really
It's not gonna do it just
show you.
no,
Like, yeah,
no,
do it justice.
no. It's fucking crazy. You've been before though, right?
Yeah, I've been like 9 times.
Oh damn. Nice.
Yeah.
That's more than I've even been.
Yeah. I would say it's my favorite festival for sure. I mean, I've been to Ultra. I haven't been to Tomorrowland yet, but I've been to a bunch of other festivals. But
Yeah.
I don't know. EDC feels like, I think it's one of the few that really goes past midnight.
Yeah.
It goes to like 6 a.m. So it feels like a real rave to me.
Yeah.
And there's a lot of variety too. I mean, there's like so many stages now, and each stage really has its own sound. So that's why I feel like you can get a bit of everything, right?
Yeah, for sure.
I don't know. Every time I go back, I'm like, I don't know. I don't feel like I'm done.
Yeah, my very first EDC was like the last one that they had in LA. I think that was like 2010.
2010, yeah.
Yeah, that was the last one that they had in LA. That was our first EDC, and it was the last one that they had in LA too. So
Yeah.
yeah,
That was what venue was that?
that was at the Coliseum.
The Coliseum.
Yeah.
Is that still around?
Yeah, the Coliseum's still there. Yeah, yeah. It's
Nice.
actually just down the street from me.
Oh, word.
Yeah.
Do they do a lot of events there still?
I don't know. I
EDM?
don't think that they do any kind of like EDM events. I mean, I'm sure they do tons of other events. I mean, it's owned by the University of Southern California. So obviously they have like football games and stuff, but I'm sure they rent it out for other random events.
Okay.
Yeah.
Word. Were you born in LA?
Yeah, born and raised.
Born and raised, LA native.
Yep.
Damn.
A lot of times when I go
You
out,
grew-
Well, a lot of times when
Right.
I feel like I'm one of the few. Like most people that I meet here, aren't like born here.
Yeah, right. They're all from like they move in.
Yeah,
Damn, that's crazy. So you've seen the LA scene evolve and grow up.
yeah, for sure.
Damn, that's crazy.
Yeah,
That's why, people say California has the best rave scene in North America, so maybe in the world.
I don't know. I mean, I still haven't experienced all the various rave scenes yet. You know, I'm still kind of, even though I've been doing this for quite a while, I feel like I'm still kind of dipping my toes in. You know.
Yeah, for sure. Like, when did you start DJing and when did you start producing?
I started DJing probably like 2012, 2013, and producing like 2015.
Right.
So yeah, about
What's the same almost? Yeah.
yeah,
Started DJing around 2012.
yeah,
Cool, cool.
yeah.
You've been in this industry for like, in this whole time you've been in this industry, have you found like you've gotten like really, like, what was some really good advice and what was some really bad advice you got?
Uh, some really good advice. I mean, it's the good advice has been to always be kind. I mean, because
Yeah.
I mean, even if there's a very big distinction between being nice and being kind. I mean, nice gets kind of you get like walked all over, but being kind like is like very genuine and honest. It's like just be kind to people, even if you don't like them. Just be like very kind, you know, because you
Yeah.
never know. You don't want to burn bridges, especially in music, because you know it might fuck with you further down the line. You know?
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
But also stand your ground because sometimes
Oh yeah,
people
absolutely. Yeah. No, absolutely.
yeah.
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 That's
Yeah.
what I said, like, the making the distinction between being nice and being kind, because, like, being nice is gonna get you walked all over, but being kind and
Yeah.
you're able to stand your ground, but still be like, "Yo, like, that's not cool," you know? But I'm not gonna,
I
like
think that's the thing for like new artists is because they could get stepped on and then they feel like they don't have enough clout or whatever to like
yeah.
say something, right? And they don't say something and then they end up regretting it down the line. I feel like I've even been there personally
Oh, yeah.
and people I know because like you're just when you're like you're the new guy coming up or whatever and you're like you don't know what to do or what you can say and
Yeah.
what's important. But I feel like I don't know. If I had a message for the young guys, I feel like you just stand your ground.
Yeah.
If you have confidence in your like music and your skills, just stand your ground because
Yeah, for sure.
it's better to be like real than yeah. Because I've seen like tons of people get stepped on and they just feel
Yeah.
like it's just unfortunate to see.
Yeah. Yeah, totally.
What's some bad advice that people tell you and you're like it's like or you know
Bad advice. I don't know if I've ever gotten, like, bad advice, honestly. I would say, like, one thing that I've always kinda stuck to is, like, not to follow trends, so, like, you know, when people are, you know, diving headlong into, like, this new genre, it's like, that you're already behind the trend, you know? Yeah. You know, so it's just
start like
just kind of being genuine with what you wanna make, and, like, as long as you're enjoying it, that's really what matters.
yeah. I feel like that's important. I mean, if you love some people say like the new trend is hard techno, new trend is techno
Yeah.
and people don't listen to like bass house anymore. But I feel like if you stick to bass house and you're the guy for that, people are gonna want it at
Yeah.
some time.
Yeah.
It's not like people want techno all day, all night, or
Yeah.
like people want
Yeah.
that specific sound. So
Yeah.
like someone like Dr. Fresh,
Yeah.
when you want bass house, you want his music or you want to see his set because he's gonna kill it in that style.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
But I also think that's why it's important to diversify, because you don't wanna pigeonhole yourself to just one singular genre. Because I make not just bass house, I make, like, you know, speed house, I make garage, I make, like, 140. So,
Yeah.
a little bit of diversity that I can, you know, play around with.
I feel like it all flows into your style too, because when I hear like your kind of garage stuff or your like speed house stuff,
Mhm.
it still feels like
Yeah.
Yeah, that's good. Like I've been thinking about that lately too. Like I kind of like still in this world where I'm making a lot of speed house, but
Mhm.
I also want to like diverge into like incorporating trance and hard techno
Mhm.
in it. So like all the stuff I've released lately, everything has like a second drop that's like hard techno or something else,
Nice.
right? So
Nice.
yeah. Yeah, but it's good to diversify it, but also have like your signature sound. I think that's the way to go. Like, no matter what you do, because I feel like someone if Skrillex made drum and bass, you would know it's a Skrillex drum and
Yeah,
bass.
for sure. Yeah,
'Cause he's got
because he has that signature sound on him, you know?
yeah, he's got his character on there. So
Yeah.
yeah, I think that's like the key to being an artist is finding your flavor, your character, and you can apply that to anything.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah. Dope. Yeah, like I think I asked like bad advice because I feel like I've had bad production advice when I was just starting out.
Oh, okay. Like what?
Have you ever had like bad production advice or someone like something you hear a lot and you're like, wait, that doesn't, and then down the line when you get better at producing, you're like, wait, that actually doesn't apply well.
Um,
Like when they say like you got to cut everything at 100 hertz.
I've never heard that.
Really?
No, I've never heard that.
That was floating around a lot where like,
Oh yeah.
and I know a lot of new producers do that now too, where they feel like they need to like, anything that's not the sub, you have to cut like,
Mhm.
like 100 hertz.
Yeah.
And I feel like so many people do that. And then they give me their stuff to mix and master. And I'm like, why did you do this? Now the song is like, so cold. And they're like, oh, because I cut this. I'm like, well, why'd you cut it? Like, oh, well, YouTube said. I'm like, who on YouTube? I'm like,
Yeah.
so don't just take advice. Like, you got to use your ears.
Yeah, no, yeah, ultimately at the end of the day, the best barometer is your ears. Like if it sounds good, it sounds good. Like I don't know.
Yeah.
I've never really subscribed to taking like random people's advice off the internet, honestly.
That's smart.
Yeah.
Kids, listen up. Don't take random strangers' candy and don't take random strangers' advice.
Yeah, for sure. 100%.
Yeah. I feel yeah, people just apply these things and I'm like, why'd you do that? And they're like, I don't know. I'm like, if you don't know, then
Yeah, I mean if you don't know what it's doing, then why do it, you know?
yeah. I feel like that it's like that with like the plugin game now too. And two, it's just like add things. And I'm like, why did you do this? Like, oh, I don't know. Like it just sounds good. I'm like, does it? Like
Yeah, but that's it though.
yeah. But do you feel like it like that? So
Yeah.
I feel like when I first like probably when you two, like when we first started producing, there wasn't as many tutorials and things like that
Yeah.
available compared to now. Now there's like so many.
Yeah.
And I think it could be like a detriment where it's like now there's so many tutorials and everything is very clickbaity for the YouTube algorithm.
Yeah.
That's like you need to do this or this is the hack to this. But I'm like, damn, like I wish people would just put a video of like use your ears.
Yeah, yeah, ultimately I think there's so much of it, it's hard to filter out what's good and what's bad. When you're starting out, you don't really know, you know?
Yeah, like, it's just better to just use like stock plugins and maybe don't buy anything except for Serum.
Yeah, yeah.
Like there's so much tools out there that kind of like what's that phrase where you have too many options?
Oh, analysis
Analysis.
paralysis. Yeah.
Yeah. I feel like we're in that age now where there's so many things you can do. You can
Yeah, for sure.
use this pack, use that pack, you can use templates, you can AI your song.
Yeah, I try to simplify things as much as possible because it's really easy to go down a rabbit hole and kind of just like make something that sounds good, kind of sound shitty, you know?
Yep. I've been there.
Yeah.
Where just like you overanalyze the song and you just overmix it or add too much shit and you're like, wait, this third version, like 10 versions ago, sounded the best.
Yeah.
Yeah, I feel you on that. I think you can apply that to life too. Less
Yeah.
less is more, right?
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, and I feel like
Yeah.
most of my learning came from, well, I went to Icon Collective as one. I mean, that's where I got most of my reps in basically. But like after Icon, obviously you never stop learning. Most of my learning has actually come from collaborations, like actually sitting down with somebody and then kind of like watching their process. Like I always tend to learn something brand new from like a new producer. And it's
Yeah.
probably like the best way I've learned like more techniques and like more plugins and all that stuff.
Yeah, for sure. I feel like collaborations is so important because like seeing how someone else worked from their lens, right?
Yeah.
You're like, damn, I didn't think of that way. That's kind of cool. So yeah, collaboration is always important. Um, let's talk about your social media. I actually really dig your social media, and that's kind of like one of the main reasons I wanted you on the pod. Is you have these
Yeah, motivation.
Monday motivational posts.
Yeah.
Yeah. What did you start doing that? And like, well, what inspired you to start doing that?
I mean, I've been doing Monday motivation for I don't even know how long now. Probably at least like
At least a year.
7, 8 years, I would say.
Oh, it's been that long?
Yeah,
Damn.
it's been a while. Yeah, but I mean, the way I see it is like Monday is like obviously it's the start of the week, and I want to start my week on a good foot. So I mean, usually those Monday motivation posts are like a conversation to myself, and like if anybody resonates with it, cool. If not, like no big deal. But like most of it's just like me,
Yeah.
something that resonated with me either over the weekend or over the past week that I've like thought about, and I'm like, oh yeah, this actually kind of works, and then that's basically like just me talking to myself essentially.
Yeah. I really dig it, man.
Yeah.
I kind of feel like that too, where since like Threads started, I kind of treat it as like my shower thoughts or like, like self reminders. I'll just say something and it's like, it's not like any to specific audience or person, but
Yeah.
it's kind of like a self reminder that I just wanted to get out there,
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
It's actually inspiring me to like do a Monday motivational post too. And I was like, damn, I feel like, because we're in this like brain rot era in social media, and I feel like I want to like unrot people's brains
Yeah.
and like they have some like
Have some substance.
kind of like yeah some substance and depth and like encouragement for people out there, because I feel like we're at this point that people need it. Like I feel it in my soul.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, there's so much stuff is like very surface level and very clickbaity, and like, it's highly encouraged by the algorithms to create this like very short form, like snappy, hooky content. But it's like, yeah,
Yeah.
like we're at what I enjoy most is like kind of like deep diving into stuff. So like I listen to like a lot of like podcasts and stuff too, because it's like long form. And you can then
Mhm.
dive into like different subjects, but also like a lot of audiobooks too. Just on my own
Yep.
time. Yeah.
What's your favorite audiobook right now? What are you listening to?
What am I listening to right now? I mean, a lot of my favorite audiobooks are like stuff by like Ryan Holiday, a lot of like stoicism stuff.
Yeah.
A lot of stuff by Robert Greene. He like kind of talks about more like Machiavellian type of stuff. But yeah, it's all really interesting. It's like a lot of like human psychology.
Yeah. The laws of human nature.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah.
Yeah. Robert Greene's really good.
Yeah.
I read his book Mastery. That's a really good book too.
Yeah.
Yeah, I feel like there's a trend moving more towards people are like loving podcasts and audiobooks because it helps them like slow down and focus on one thing.
Yeah.
Because yeah, just taking information on social media, I feel like our brains aren't built for this much information taken in at one time.
No. No.
Like this, like the amount of information we take in now, like would probably just like fry like someone's brain in like 1910.
Yeah. It's like
Like do it.
it's like the equivalent of like information junk food. It's like eating like potato chips as opposed to like watching a podcast is probably more like steak dinner.
Yeah, that's exactly it. Like they call like the mental diet, like what kind of information you taking in on the mental level like on a daily basis, right? So I think that's like super important, especially now. Like it's just come to a point where I feel like it's too much and now we have AI content and it's just you can make content so quick with AI and it's just
Mhm.
even more like brain rotty.
Yeah, for sure.
Some of it is entertaining. I've seen some like cool, really cool shit made with AI, and I'm like, that's like the proper use of it, Like
Mm.
I see someone makes like some Star Wars like side story thing.
Yeah.
I'm like, hey, that's but the majority of it is just. I was like, damn, like how do people have time like to slow down, have like stillness? Do you practice like meditation and anything like that?
I used to be a lot deeper into it. And not so much nowadays. I like the closest thing I get to like meditation nowadays is basically just like driving in silence. And I do that a lot too, especially because like it's like a way for me to reset my ears. Especially after listening, like basically I'm just like listening to music all the time. It's a really
Yeah, it's like being more present, and I think your brain will just crave that stillness anyways. Like that's why sometimes like people that don't even realize they're doing it, they just have that moment where they're just driving in silence.
yeah.
It's like it's probably because your brain or your subconscious needed that, and
Yeah.
you just it didn't let you like put on music,
Yeah. Yeah.
'Cause there's no way
Sometimes I
we're supposed to.
intentionally
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah, I feel that for sure. When I don't have time, I feel like that's a good time to do it. Is in the car, when you're
Yeah.
driving, just like pay attention to your surroundings, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure. What are some of your favorite podcasts right now?
There's a bunch of them. Rich Roll has a good podcast. Diary of a CEO is a good one.
Yep.
Chris, what's his name? Chris Wilkinson or Williamson or something like that.
Chris Williamson. Yeah, yeah.
Oh yeah, that's a good one too. School of Greatness, Lewis Howell, it's a good one.
Yeah.
Yeah, those are like the main ones I typically listen to. For sure. And every once in a while, I listen to Andrew Huberman too.
Yeah, Huberman is good.
Yeah.
The only thing I wish Huberman was, I wish he was like more expressive, so his sound doesn't sound very boring sometimes.
Yeah, it gets very clinical, so it's like sometimes it's hard to follow.
Yeah, because I'm like, this is good information, but he needs to like say it in a different way. So I'm like, it's easier for me to pay attention, not kind of.
No, he needs to dumb it down for me, honestly.
True. Do you feel like people like podcasts more now because they crave connection and they feel like they're like in the room with people listening?
Honestly, I never thought about that, but yeah, I think that's probably part of it. I think naturally humans have this inclination towards storytelling and kind of just conversation in general. So I think it kind of it like scratches that itch that we all have, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I feel like that came up recently because I was like, I seen this thing about like trends on like loneliness and depression is like going up. And I was like, damn, I wonder if like that is why podcasts are kind of, on the rise. So people feel like they're in the room with two people, even though they're not speaking, but you feel like you're in the room in listening in on the conversation, right?
Yeah. And it's a very genuine conversation too. It feels very stream of consciousness as opposed to like something on TV, which is very kind of like more scripted, you know?
Yeah. Yeah, exactly. No, it's cool. I think I mean, people said like years ago the podcast was like, oversaturated. And now I feel like, I don't know. I feel like it's more popular more than ever,
Yeah. Yeah, for sure.
People just crave it unless like it's probably the same. Like I had this thought because I was like, damn, people are always talking about how the economy is bad, how like we're in a recession, but something like EDC's always sold out.
Yeah.
I'm like, no matter if there's money issues or the economy's bad, people will find money to go to a rave because they crave connection that much.
Yeah, no, they absolutely adore that community. I think that's kind of a really big thing in dance music is basically the community, and that's kind of what gets people to come back more every single time, you know?
Yeah, exactly. That's why I feel like some people just become lifers almost. They're just like in the scene until they're like 50.
Yeah.
Because I'll go to EDC and I'll see a lot of people that are like in their 50s. I'm like, good on you.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's the human connection thing. It's just like there's no community like it, and I don't know anything else that's like that right now. So let's talk about some music you got coming up. You have a lot of releases.
Yeah, I did have tons. I have too many.
Too many. That's a good problem to have.
Yeah, no, it is a good problem to have because like right now I'm like in that space where my release schedule is basically good through the rest of the year. I have like releases all the way till December. So like I'm in this space right now where I can just basically write a bunch of music and then just start pitching it out for next year. But yeah, I have like 2 singles on Bite This coming out the next couple months.
Sick.
I have a couple coming out on Garage Shared, it's a UK label. I got a couple coming out on Yosh, which is a UK label. And then one more on Bass House Music. Yeah.
The YouTube one.
Yeah.
That's the big YouTube channel. Damn.
Yeah.
What's your like? You have any kind of like dream labels that you haven't been on yet that you want to get on?
Yeah, Night Bass for sure.
Night Base. Let's go. Yeah, you definitely need to be on there.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah,
Damn. Yeah. Your music is perfect for Night Base.
Yeah, I've been trying to hit that for a while, but yeah, it's been difficult.
You'll get on there. I feel it. I'll manifest it for you.
Do you have any?
Next year.
I'm curious. Do you have any dream labels?
Do I have any dream labels right now? I don't know because I've released on Monstercat. That was a dream label.
Yeah.
I definitely want to release on them more, but that is like the only one that's kind of on my radar. Like I just had a release on MAC early this year.
Yeah.
Um, yeah, but right now I'm just like I just want to get stuff out there, and my big focus right now is I have a lot of remixes I'm working on, and I just want to do a lot of like remixes and flips or like songs in my style
Yeah.
of like older songs, like and that. But I don't have like my main dream label was like Monster Cat, and I already have release on there. But yeah, it definitely would be a dream to like release a lot more because I love Rocket League and I want to get a lot more music on there too. Yeah.
Yeah, it's probably really good promotion, honestly.
Yeah, for sure. It's when people like tag me like they're playing my song in the game and they have my flag and I'm like, but you keep my new shit in there.
Nice.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, that's the main thing right now. Like, do you do like a lot of free remixes and stuff like that too?
I do a lot of bootlegs and edits. I actually have a bunch coming out this year too.
Nice. Do you do like a full edit pack?
No, I just do like single releases.
Word. Okay.
Yeah. Like this year I have a Sade Smooth Operator. It's like a garage version of it.
Yeah.
And then what else I got? I got that you know that song Ghost Town DJ is My Boo?
Yeah.
Yeah, I got a garage version of that. And I'm writing a couple other ones I haven't really pushed out yet.
Nice. Those like fit your style really well too. I feel like if you any R&B hip hop, I think you can put your garage like kind of flair on.
Yeah. Yeah, and I've already started playing them out too, and like people love them when I play them live.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, we're in the remix like throwback era right now, where like it feels like all the big producers are fishing in like the same pond where they look for a nostalgic gem to fucking bring back to life.
Yeah. I was gonna ask you, how was Asia? Like how was playing there? Different from playing like say in Canada or
Yeah. It's I mean, they still love like the fast stuff. Like that's why I go there so much. Is they love like hard dance and like speed house.
Yeah.
And slowly hard techno now, but still like not as big as like America for hard techno. But it's different in the sense that it's still kind of like you have to play very familiar stuff like every couple of songs. Like I can play like my drops, but every couple songs I'll play like like a classic like Martin Garrix song or something like that. Like older EDM because they recognize that stuff.
Yeah.
And I feel like like that would be the main difference because I don't know, they just been, staying in that era for so long. And in like America or North America, like I can play like an ID that goes really hard and people will go off to it. But if I play an ID there, they don't go off to it as much because they look for more familiarity, right? Like they love hard drops, but they obviously go off to like, you play like David Guetta Titanium, then they're like screaming,
That's funny. Nice.
Yeah, that's the main thing. It's just kind of like a different culture like that. They do have like, really good underground scenes too, but they're just not as big. Like
Yeah.
they're like 100-person venues or, like kind of pop-ups that people are doing.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's just how it is over there. I think it's slowly changing. You're seeing more like house and tech house finally coming into play there and like techno clubs.
Yeah.
But their festivals are always going to be crazy, but it's kind of like very mainstream focused.
Yeah.
There is some promoters that are like kind of deviating from, the typical like DJ Mag Top 100 lineup, and they're like booking more like, like Chase and Status, Sarah Landry, and taking like, different routes. So that's cool to see. Like I've only seen that within the last year. So yeah, I'm excited to see
Nice.
what changes. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, because the only time I've ever played in Asia was Japan. That was like last February. It was really cool. It's a really cool scene there. I played with a bunch of like local artists, and it was like more of like an underground thing. So I haven't seen like the more mainstream kind of venues there.
Yeah, like I haven't played Japan yet, but I've talked to some promoters and some artists from there, and they're saying like how the main clubs are very EDM still, like big room and stuff like that.
Yeah.
But they do have like a really cool underground scenes. It's just really small venues. Like how big is the venue you play? They're probably like 200 cap.
It was probably like a 200 cap. It was kind of small, but it was cool. It was really intimate.
Yeah, they have a lot of those because there's a lot of like people that are into underground music there. Like I thought like when before I went to Asia, I thought I would have like a crazy like run in Japan because so many people on Twitter from Japan were just like messaging me.
Yeah.
But they're like underground fans when I discovered that, and I was like, oh. And then the main clubs, it's more about like, the tables and VIP and
Yeah.
get more towards mainstream EDM, right? So,
Yeah.
but I mean, I love Japan. I like the food there is
Have you,
food and then the
have you been
scene.
there before?
Yeah, I was just there last month
Oh, nice.
for half a day.
Nice.
Yeah,
Nice.
I had the ramen in the stall
Yeah.
and went to some sushi place that I just found on Google that had good reviews, and I was like, oh my god, like egg beef and toro tuna.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, it was.
Tokyo's a blast, man.
How many shows did you play there?
Just the one. I mean, I was already going there just on a trip with some friends.
Nice.
They're staying there for like a week and a half. So like the booking kind of came like last minute. Like I reached out to some artists that I knew in Japan, and they're like,
Yeah.
"Yeah, we can have you play a show." I was like, "Oh, sick, hell yeah."
Nice. How long did you stay there for?
I was in Tokyo. Well, we were in Japan total for maybe about 2 weeks. Most of our time was in Tokyo, but we spent maybe like 3 or 4 days in Kyoto.
Damn, you probably ate all the food.
Yeah, man, for sure. And we just took like the bullet train down from Tokyo to Kyoto, which is really cool experience.
Yeah, their train system is like so sophisticated.
Yeah, for sure. For sure.
I had I had like half a day layover, and then I just told like ChatGPT like, yo, plan me half a day in Tokyo. And it just gave me like an itinerary from like this time to this time. So I just followed that. But then I just like kind of fucked up taking the train. I would take the train to Shibuya, and then I wasn't sure if I missed it because I just didn't hear the stop. And then I got off, and I'm like, am I the right stop? So I had to like keep jumping to a different train, and it's like, no, you're on the right train. But I didn't know they have like multiple trains that go to the same place, but some of them skip stops.
Yeah.
But yeah, they have a crazy system there. But
Yeah.
yeah, it's dope. Yeah, man. I always ask my guests, if you were to give your younger self advice, what would you say?
Good question.
Yeah.
No, it really is a good question. I mean, if we're talking like sci-fi things here, like going back and like talking to your younger self to like change something in the future, I wouldn't say anything. You know, I wouldn't change it. I wouldn't change a single thing. But if I was to actually give advice to my younger self, just to give my younger self advice, is to just like not stress over like little bullshit things, you know?
Don't sweat the small stuff.
Yeah.
Simple advice is timeless,
Yeah.
That's a good one. Yeah. I feel that too. But because when you're young growing up, you sweat all the small stuff.
Yeah. Yeah.
Everything is the end of the world, But
Yeah.
then you get to like your 30s, you're like, no, it's not so bad.
It really isn't. You just gotta chill out, dude.
Yeah. How old do you know?
36.
Oh, we're the same. You 1989?
Yeah, 99. Yeah, 89.
Dang.
Yeah. What?
Yes, sir.
You're the snake.
You're the snake. Yes, sir. It's our year.
Yeah. Which month?
I'm July.
I'm June.
Yeah. Cancer.
Yeah, I'm Gemini.
Close enough.
Yeah.
That's cool. Damn. Yeah. I feel like, I had this kind of like thought the other day. Do you feel like with our generation, like millennials, either like, I'm just basing this off the people I know, is either all the millennials I know either like settled down and disappeared into like a quiet life at their 30s, or at 30 or going into their 30s, they had a full restart on life.
Yeah, pretty much. I feel like it's like one of two paths. Because I know a lot of people that I went to like college with, most of them have like settled down, but there's like very few and far in between that have kind of just like leaned in to some kind of crazy dream or whatever they wanted to aspire to.
Yeah, I feel like that. I feel like that a lot. Or not even just a dream. I feel like they had like a second chance at life at like in their 30s. Yeah, even if they're not like chasing like a crazy dream, like if they're not being an artist or whatever, I would just see them and like, damn, you blew up, or
Yeah.
It's very interesting. That I just seen that with millennials. It's like, yeah, like either like half of them, I don't know where they are, they have kids and they're like, have a quiet life, or like I would see some, they have like, a new business, or like even health wise, they just like look different and so much better. And I'm like, it's like they're living their 20s now again, you know?
Yeah. I think millennials have probably like a really interesting perspective overall because like we grew up right when the internet basically came to life. So I mean
Yeah.
we know what it was like pre-internet and also post-internet. And then not to mention like all the traumatic stuff that happened in the 2000s and you got 9/11, like all the recessions and stuff. Like
Yeah.
yeah, we've experienced basically like a lifetime of stuff in like a short amount of time.
Yeah, we've been through it. And
Yeah.
I always say we're like the bridge between like the old world and the new world. We're the last generation to experience life before the internet, you know? Like
Yeah.
I felt I was there when the internet started. Like
Yeah, when the internet was born, yeah.
I was on dial up and I was like one of the few kids in my school that had like internet because like I had like these free dial up CDs
Mhm.
and I was like a huge like, you know, nerd into like technology and stuff. And I would just sit at home and everyone's playing outside and I'm like on internet. And now it's like I'm opposite because now everything is like digital and online. I have to go to nature to escape from, you know, the internet.
Yeah,
But like my internet was my escape when I was a kid, you know, I'm like, oh fuck, you know, like I'm learning about this, learning about that. Like this is
yeah.
so cool. It's like now like I love getting away from being online.
Yeah. No, it's funny how you need that balance, kind of always need that balance.
Yeah, I thought you probably get that really well in California. Like you ever go to like Joshua Tree and stuff?
Yeah, actually, Joshua Tree is not that far away too. I usually go there maybe at least like once a year because my family likes to go out to nature, or they just sometimes like to go out there just for like a weekend getaway or something.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, I haven't been yet. That's like one of my on my bucket list. When the next time I go to LA is to have time to go to Joshua Tree.
Yeah, Joshua Tree's dope.
The good thing is that you guys have good weather all year. You know, it's always sunny in California. It's like there's never a bad time to go to
Yeah,
LA.
yeah, pretty much. I mean, we don't really have seasons here. But most of this summer was actually really mild. Most of this summer was very like overcast and like gray.
Oh, for real?
Yeah, we're just starting to see like some heat right now. Like in the past week, we got started to get like 90-degree weather Fahrenheit. I don't know what that is in
Say yes. I think it's like 40 or no, that's like 35. Yeah.
yeah.
Damn. Yeah, I gotta make it out there. We gotta kick it if I'm in town.
Yeah, for sure. Let me know if you ever come to LA. Yeah.
Which part of LA are you in?
I'm like right smack dab next to downtown.
Oh shit. Okay. Yeah. Next time yeah, I usually stay in like in West Hollywood or like Koreatown, but yeah, we definitely got to kick it out there when I'm in town because
Yeah, for sure, man.
yeah, for sure. Damn. All right. Well, yeah, like I think that's a good place to end off. Had a lot of good things to talk about.
Yeah.
Let people know if you have anything major you want to announce coming up and where they can find you.
So yeah, a couple of things coming up. Let's see. We're doing our after hours every month. So September, October, November, we already got those scheduled out. That's the 13th of September, the 4th of October, and the 15th of November. And I'm going to be in Phoenix and Seattle later this year. We're opening, me and my girlfriend, Rhiannon, we're opening for MPH in Seattle in December. Definitely looking forward for that.
Nice. MPH is dope.
Yeah. And then where to find me? Really easy to find me everywhere. Fantom Freq. That's across all socials. And then my label THICCFREQNESS. It's the same thing across all platforms.
There we go.
Yeah.
Nice and easy. Fantom Freq everywhere. Ladies and gentlemen, that was Fantom Freq and that was In My House.
Hell yeah.
Peace.